Yo, what is up, you guys? APJ here, and I'm back with another profile. I got a special one. It's your boy with the Quickdraw deck list. Yeah, I've been cooking with Quickdraw lately and trying to figure out a list that I've been liking. And so far, I came up with this. So this is a 60 card list in Edison. Yes, 60 cards in Edison. People say that 60 cards can be played in Edison all the time. They be hating on it all the time. And I be cooking with it all the time. Proving them wrong all the time. So, the idea with this deck is that I basically took all the engines, right? Because this deck is known to play the Hero engine, the Hamster and Ryko engine, and the Machina engine. Usually decks pick one or two over the other, right? So they either play like Machina Hero, Hero with Hamster Ryko, they'll choose two out of the three, but not all three. But this deck plays all three of them because I feel like there are strengths and weaknesses to each of the engines. So with the Machina engine, you get another starter card and you get more extenders, right? But you also lose to frogs more often because none of the Machina cards deal with the frog deck at all. So that sucks. You also have to eat back row like crazy with the Machina cards because you have no hamsters or Rykos to pop back row. You have no Kaisis to pop, get rid of back row, right? So that's a weakness that version has. And the heroes don't help with that either. But what do the Hamster Ryko Kaius engine does? They help gain card advantage through like your opponent getting back row. They're a +1 engine basically, right? So they play really well into back row, so it solves that issue that Machina has, right? Which is back row. The Hamster Ryko Kaius package solves that issue. But the issue is with that package is that it's slow and it loses to deck devi harder. Well, what do the Machina cards and the hero cards do? They're faster and they help you play around deck devi, right? So I think all the engines combined in one deck actually complements the deck really well. So let me showcase my list. 60 cards. Let's get into it. First up, we got three of the main men right here. People be hating on this card, and I was a hater too, I'm not gonna lie to you. I hated this card back then. But honestly, now, playing the deck for like probably over a year and a half, maybe 2 years now. This card is necessary at 3 if you're playing Machina cards. If you're not playing Machina cards, then you don't need 3 of this card. You can get away with 2. But I feel like if you're playing Machina cards, it makes sense to play 3 because it is also a machine, so you can always discard it with Fortress to make it, not be dead all the time. But I think just 3 of it because you want to see it, you want to draw it, you want to open it. Game one is where this card is best. So you want to see it game 1 as fast as possible. That's the theory behind it, and that's why I play 3. Then the best pairing, obviously, double Dandelion. You got to play 2 with this card. I wish I could play 3, but you're stuck with 2. But obviously, it's the enabler for Quickdraw. It's also the enabler for Debris Dragon, which I play 3 of. Yeah, with this version of the deck, you have so many more targets because you have Rykos with all the plants. So yeah, this card is really insane. Mandatory 3 of, I think. 2 Lone Fire with the payoff Titanium. Sucks even in 60 that you draw this card, but it is what it is. It's still too good not to play at all. Like, I see people not playing this at all, which is crazy to me. I think Titanium is way too strong of a card not to play. And you play 3 copies of Lone Fire because you play Sangam. So it's like, it makes no sense not to play this card because it's way too strong. Like, this plus, like, tokens can solo value by itself. It can solo frogs by itself. It's very, very strong. So do not cut Lone Fire Titanium. Don't do that. Play the Titanium. You'll draw it. It sucks when you do draw it, but you gotta play it because it's way too good of a payoff. This is like the main standard plant ratio, quick draw ratio that you'll see most decks. And then the supporter cards for quick draw that you'll also see. Card Trooper, obviously. It's another card that fuels Avarice, which... Oh, that's another strength to the Hamster Ryko package, is that it also allows you to play Avarice, while the Machina version doesn't, which is something I forgot to mention. So that's another strength that that one engine has over the other. And that's one of the strengths that Card Trooper has in this deck as well, is that it makes your Avarice more alive. It's a good starter card as well, because it's good going first, second, into like anything, pretty much. Into Hamster, into Ryko, it's really good. So Overall solid card. And it's a machine. So you get discarded for Fortress. Play one Morphing Jar. So let me talk about this card. So I see no Quickdraw list anymore play this card, which is crazy to me. Crazy to me. Because what do you do when you're going for big pushes? You dump your entire hand in this deck. You dumping your hand to summon Fortress. You're dumping your hand to go for a Quickdraw play. So whenever you're doing those plays, those are all special summons. So when you dump your hand, you could just set this as your normal summon and refresh your entire hand right back. This card is absolutely busted. I don't understand how people don't play it. It's really good with Quickdraw, and it's really good with the Machina package. So yeah, I think this card is a staple. It has to be in your deck because it's way too strong. So mandatory. Do not cut this card. This card is absolutely correct. One Sangan to search your entire Quickdraw engine. Basically like third copy of Lone Fire, second copy of Jar, fourth copy of this, third copy of this, fourth copy of this. So yeah, really, really strong. You could also search like Hamster and Ryko too, if that ever comes up. So yeah, that's it for the standard Quickdraw cards. Well, I mean, this is not standard, but like I would consider it standard now. I play it every Quickdraw list. Like my Morphing Jar is way too good. You guys got to stop sleeping on this card. And then, like I said, I play the Hamster Ryko Kai's package. I think it's still just really good as a +1 engine, giving you more starter cards, giving you more ways to beat back row, play around back row, give you ways to fuel Avarice as well. Because the issue is that I have with the Machina version without playing these cards is that it doesn't play Avarice. It doesn't have that bomb because it just can't. It doesn't mill enough, so can't play it. So with this engine, you're allowed to play Avarice now, which is, I think, one of the best cards that Quickdraw had ever access to. So this engine allows you to do that. And we already know from the past, like, this engine always worked in Quickdraw. It's whether or not you wanted to play it or not, because there are weaknesses, like I said. These cards do lose to deck Devi. This card kind of sucks when you don't have setup for it. So it is what it is, but I think that the engine overall will benefit you and outweigh its weaknesses, especially when you have those weaknesses checked with the other engines you play in the deck. So that's why I feel like the 60 card version is really strong, because all the engines that you play check each other's weaknesses, which is really nice. So yeah, I really think this engine is too strong to not play in Quickdraw. So that's why I maxed out on it, because yeah, I want to see these cards pretty much in every single matchup. So yeah, really strong. And then, like I said, I play the Machina cards. So I play 3 Gear Frame, 3 Fortress, and only 1 Force. This card you only need 1 of. You never need multiple of this card, because this is not a Machina deck. It's playing the Machina engine, but it's not a Machina deck. So you don't need to focus on multiple forces. 1 is perfectly fine. You search it when you need it. You add it back with Drill when you need it. 1 is perfect. But 3 Fortress, you definitely need 3, because most of the time, like people I see play 2. That's incorrect though, because you need at least, most of the time you'll draw 1 target that Gear Frame's gonna search, right? So you need 3 targets for Gear Frame to search. Other than that, right? But not only that, like the best discard for Fortress is Fortress, right? So you go, let's say you open 1, you search the other, right? Discard, summon. Then the third one comes up if this gets removed and this gets removed. So let's say they like karma cut your shit, right? Banish both. You definitely need a third one. And it comes up for when like both you summon the first one, right? It gets bottomless. Then you bring the next one back with force, and it gets like deep prison. Then the third one comes up as well. So you definitely need 3. 3 definitely comes up, and oftentimes you also contribute some of this because you have tokens. So hard drawing this card is not even bad. So yeah, 3. And you could summon this without even having Gear Frame access, because if you draw it with a machine, you just summon it. So definitely 3 Fortress comes up. You need to have the third. Only 1 Force is fine. And the last engine that I play is the hero cards. So I hate these cards, honestly. I think these cards suck. I'm not gonna lie. I hate these cards so much in a 40 card deck, because you would just brick on these 2 all the time. All the time I would brick on these 2 in a 40 card version. I would never draw Future Fusion. I would always draw these 2 together, and it would fucking suck. But in a 60 card deck, you don't draw these cards. Well, you don't draw these specifically. So you don't draw these specifically, especially together, which is amazing. Amazing. So when you don't draw these two, the engine feels really good. When you draw this and future, it feels really good. This and scapegoat feels really good. But when you draw these two, it sucks. So, and that was happening too much at 40, which is why I hated those cards at 40. But in this version, I really do like these cards. I think Plasma is a really strong card because it gives you another bomb for your deck that allows you to convert your tokens, right? It gives you another bomb that your opponent has to worry about too, because like this card is absolutely crazy against pretty much. I don't even know a matchup that this card is bad against. Like you could say, people say, oh, but it's bad into Black Wings because yeah, post side it plays into oppression and all that, whatever. But bro, your whole deck plays into oppression, my guy. Your whole deck plays into oppression. So that's not something that you need to be worrying about. So for this card specifically, like the fact that this card steals, it gets priority in this format too, so that whatever you steal, like let's say they chain bottomless to the summon, well, if you declare priority, you still suck the monster. And people don't know this ruling is that when they get rid of this and you declare priority, so like you go summon this, chainlink 1, priority, target, I don't know, Stratos. They go chainlink 2, bottomless. Sure, my guy gets banished, but you didn't negate my effect. So my effect still tries to resolve as much as possible. And since I can't equip the monster anymore because Plasma's not on the field, it will try to equip the monster, but since the monster is not on the field anymore, the monster that is trying to get equipped will just get sent to graveyard. So this outs Stardust Dragon, it outs so many threats. Like, and it's a floodgate on top of that, just skill drain. That's big as fuck. So yeah, Plasma was really good. And yeah, I've been liking the engine now in this version of the deck. Giving you more fodder too to summon this guy because you have Hamster and Ryko now in this deck. So yeah, pretty nice. And last monster is Gores. I mean, every single Quickdraw deck should be playing this card because whenever you go for a drill play, you leave yourself wide open. So Gores is really good for that. But in general, like your deck plays really well with Gores. Like people say, oh, but you spam tokens, stuff like that. You're always gonna have ward presence. Gores is not good. That's not true, bro. That is not true at all in the slightest. Gores also enables Kaya, so you like Gores is just overall really solid. So yeah, that's it for the monsters. I think it's 34 monsters if I believe. But yeah, I would not change a single monster in this deck. And I wouldn't add any monsters either. None of the other monsters. Like Cyber Valley, I don't like that card at all. I think it's just the worst normal summon that you can add to your deck. And it sucks. Honestly, it sucks. And this deck, I think it sucks. It's not made for this deck at all. 3 Pot Avarice with the spells, the best spell in the deck. The reason why I play the Hamster and Ryko is to make this card live, and this card is amazing. Not much to say there. One of the best cards that Quickdraw can play, which is why I think all the engines combined is like really good to enable you to play this card in this deck as well, and not brick on it too, because like issue is with this card and 40 cards, you play 3, you could draw 2 easy early game and it'd just be dead. But in this deck, you don't do that. Charge. Fuels Avarice, searches Ryko, pretty good. Foolish gets you access to Dandy, pretty good. Future Fusion gets you access to Dandy plus Hero, so it fuels Avarice better. Plus it gets you a fusion in 2 turns, so really strong. Enables the Redragon, all that. Quick draw for turn 1. Same thing with this. This card is not only just for Plasma, it's also for Quick Draw, it's also for Debris Dragon. It's also just defense in general, so overall solid card in this deck. And then Break Control, I get to play this because I play Kaius in my deck. Like, the Machina version doesn't get to play this because they don't play Kaius. Not every version plays Kaius. And not every version plays Cyber Valley as well, so this card's pretty good. I play Kaius. And then have the MST, obviously. And that's it for the spells. Pretty standard spell lineup, like, nothing crazy here. Wouldn't change anything. Traps, though. A lot of trap cards. Starting with 3 traps done. So, the issue that I have with this deck as well is that this deck loses to every single back row in the game. I'm not going to lie. This is why it's not considered one of the best decks anymore. It's because there's way too many weaknesses that this deck has. It loses to every single back row in the game. Every single one. All of your Machina cards lose to Bottomless D Prison, Mirror Force Torrential, all that. Same thing with any of your like quick draw pushes. So the Redragon can get like book compost, or like R braked, like this card trapped. So pretty much every single play that you can make in this deck can get stopped by a back row. There's not really ways to play around back row unless you're able to establish like a Stardust first or a Titanium first, and then you're able to play around back row. But until then, your whole deck loses to every back row in the game. So you need 3 trap stun. I feel like you need to have 3 because the best decks in the game are bird decks, which trap stun is very good against. Negating return, negating main deck oppression, negating Icarus attack, negating all the standard other traps, right? Really strong. But also against the frog matchup, like R-Break and Water Art go crazy against your deck. And if you can trap stun those, make them go neg, very, very strong. So I like this card over Dust Tornado currently. Also negating deck depth, really important for your deck because you're playing Hamster Ryko and you're playing all the Quickdraw cards. So your deck is actually pretty weak to deck heavy. So I really like to have 3 stun in this deck. Post side as well, hit suppression. If you want to hit pulling and cherry, you have to do it. You have to flip this preemptively, but that's fine. Still an amazing card for your deck. Pairing it with other cards like Debris Dragon, Caius, whatever. Really, really good. So I like 3 stun in the main. Then I play 3 Compulse. I like this card a lot as well. I think it's just another good card that's good going first and second. It's chainable. It helps you play around Cyber Dragon. It helps you get more card advantage by bouncing gear frames. You could be aggressive with this. You could be defensive with this. Overall, just like a very, very versatile card for your deck. That's, I think, is underrated in Quickdraw. Like, it allows you to beat opposing Hamsters and Rykos too when you want to set yours. So you could, like, if they went T-set, right, pass, you can also go T-set pass, but in their draw phase, you could just bounce their hamster, right? Now they have to reset, think about what they want to do now. And your hamster is safe because maybe it wasn't a hamster. Maybe they set a Ryko, and that Ryko is going to pop your hamster now. And now you feel you're tight. But you have Compulse now, so you can just Compulse their set, and it's like you went first. So I do like Compulse. Very, very versatile card for your deck. I like main decking 3 of it. 3 Deepers in, 2 Bottomless. These are the best cards against all your worst matchups. Black Wings, GBs, all that. So, yeah, you just need them. The best one of traps in the game. Your first Torrential, Solemn Dust Shoot. Pretty standard. Not much to say here. And last card is Call the Haunted. Every single Quickdraw deck should be playing Call the Haunted. I don't understand how you don't. But yeah. This being able to bring back Synchros, Drill Warrior, Titanium, Stardust Dragon, Caius, whatever. Literally anything. You have so many targets in this deck that you can bring back and get value out of. So Call is mandatory. And as if for my deck, I don't play Starlight Road because this deck makes Stardust Dragon easy. And that's like your way to protect your back row. And I play triple stun to beat like all the Mirror Force Torrentials for big amounts. So he doesn't need to play Starlight. I feel like Starlight would be a waste of a slot. But yeah, it's pretty much it for my deck. 60 cards, like I said. Beautiful Quickdraw Machina hero deck list. But also has Hamster Ryko Caius package. Pretty good deck. A lot of starters. In the deck. A lot of bombs in this deck. Pretty good. Got the tokens. Oops. We got the Dandy tokens, Gorse token. Got the... Oh, I didn't even know that was behind there. Yeah. Got a double Chimera tech for the extra deck. You have the space so you can play 2. Because there's nothing else better in the slot, so just play 2 Chimera. One guy for Future Fusion to reveal. So your fusions. Quickdraw Synchros, you play double drill. You need 2 just in case they out the first one. They like R-break it, they bottomless it on summon, torrential on summon, book a moon it, and then attack it. So there's multiple ways to out this card, so you need 2 just in case they do out 1. Turbo, this comes up a lot, honestly. This comes up to like play around play around Rykos, play around Monarchs, and beats over like Goyo and Brio, all that. So pretty nice. Nitro to go for a game. Usually I make this card just to make 38, attack twice. Plays around Gore summoning and defense too. So they have to summon an attack and take damage. So pretty good. 1 Drunk Archer. This can out like Gorge tokens. This can out like dupe blocks, stuff like that. It's a really interesting card, but it's definitely a good card. You definitely need it. You can go for game with this card. You can just like play around their sets with this card. It's a very versatile card. It definitely comes up in a lot of weird scenarios, but when it does come up, it'll win you the game. And then for the Debris Dragon Synchros, on Iron Chain, this card sucks, but you have to play it because you need a level 6 target. It does come up, specifically in the scenario where you go Foolish or Feature for Dandy. You get 2 tokens, right? You dump the Dandy somehow, right? Dump Dandy somehow, right? You get 2 tokens, then you go Normal Debris Dragon, affect target. They go Crow this, and now you have 2 tokens and Debris, you make Iron Chain here. So, also bringing back Ryko, making Iron Chain does come up too. So, Iron Chain definitely sucks, but sometimes you just have to make it because you just need a 6 to make. So, yeah. Double Fairy, this card, I never make 2 of it, but 2 of it is there just in case. I don't know, I think this card sucks as well, but yeah. Usually I don't prioritize making this. Like, I always prioritize making this. Even, like, to be aggressive with it and just attack over it because it's just bigger stats, so. Or just, like, use the other effect. The second effect, yo, people forget about the second effect, too. It's broken. Like, putting a guy in attack, meaning get 0 attack, and just ramming, like, Titanium into it, and stuff like that is really funny, so. There's a lot of times I gamed with this card just off of its second effect, but yeah, this card's absolutely crazy, and you always want to average this back and keep looping it, keep reusing it. It's just absolutely crazy. 1 Red Dragon. This card helps you out certain weird boards. So, like, let's say your opponent is greedy, right? They go for a sub dupe instead of double dupe. You can out the sub dupe because the sub dupe will most likely be in defense, right? So you can out that board with this. You can just attack the dupe, effect, destroy everything. So that's nice. But in general, like, also mirror matches, outing your own tokens comes up against, like, GB, so they don't get free attacks in. Outing your opponents, like, also, like, in the mirror match, outing their tokens really important. Playing around their sets as well, so, yeah. It's a really solid card, and it is 3K, so you can crash with, like, JD, gets over, like, Dark Arm, stuff like that. Definitely does come up. And Double Stardust. You definitely need 2, because, like, the first one get Deprison, Compulse, whatever. And so the second one will come up. That's for the extra. Pretty standard extra. Side deck, though. Side deck got some spice. Play 3DD Crow. I like this over, like, Kaiku, stuff like that, because you already play a ton of normal summons in this deck. So I don't want to waste my normal on a Kaiku, even though Kaiku is really strong, right? I'd rather have this in hand so I could normal summon a Hamster, Ryko, whatever. Because usually I want to start with those cards. I don't really want to start with Kaiku. I want to gain the advantage first and then be able to normal summon Kaiku freely. Like, clear the way for my Kaiku. But you can't really do that, especially going second. So I like Crow because it can always just hit the graveyard no matter what in this deck. So I like the triple Crow. Double Sirocco for the Black Wings. If I was playing less normals, then I would probably play a Kaiku and 2 Crow. But since I'm playing a ton of normals in this deck, I don't want to side into more normals unless I'm siding out normals. And, like, I'm not going to side out normals for Kaiku, usually. Enough normals to make, like, Kaiku warranted to waste my normal on it. So I'd rather have Crow in order to hit the grave. But Sirocco, specifically Sirocco, I would waste my normal on because it actually gets over a lot. It plays around way more cards than Kaiku does. Kaiku is just a floodgate that can interrupt the graveyard. But Sirocco is actually a defensive card that, like, plays around Kalut. It plays around Icarus because you just summon it, attack. You don't have to commit any other card. So it is really nice, actually. So I really like the double Sirocco in this deck. Very, very good card. And double Cyber to also pair with that. This card is obviously better in general going second, but this is better specifically against bird decks. But in general, like, this card, both of these cards are really good. You need these against the bird decks. You need these against, like, pretty much everything else. So, yeah, that's with the monsters. Spells, I play Vortex and My Body. Vortex just to out the board, going second a little bit more. My Body is basically like a better trap stun going second into some decks, but also like another basic trap stun that you could be more aggressive with that can out more cards than trap stun can, because this can play around Stardust Dragon, it can play around Titanium, it can play around, you know, JD, stuff like that. So it is a little more versatile than trap stun can be sometimes, but I didn't want to main deck it. I felt like it's a solid side deck card for this deck, and it is pretty good. I've been liking it a lot. And the trap cards, play 3 Dust Tornado. So this might seem weird because I main deck through Trap Stun, but bro, I'm telling you, against the back row decks, when you're playing 60, you need to see removal. You need to see some sort of removal for them. So I'd rather play the 3 dust than not play them at all. Even though I main deck 3 traps then, and it might seem crazy to also side 3 dust. Bro, that's how bad Quickdraw loses to back row. I'm not lying to you, bro. Like, it's rough out here in these streets when your opponent just starts setting 5. When your opponent just starts activating floodgates, bro. It is rough, bro. So you need the outs. You need the outs somewhere in your deck. So I main deck 3 and I side deck 3 more. And that's the theory that I'm going with, and it's been working out pretty well. If this wasn't a 60 card deck, obviously you wouldn't play 3 and 3. 3 of this and 3 dust. I mean 3 of this and 3 stun, but since it is, you just need 3 of each. You need to be able to out the back row post side deck. And the Spice, the last card, my favorite card in the entire deck. 3 Karma Cut. This card, my guy, is absolutely cracked. So this is another reason why I feel comfortable not running Kaiku, is because I have this card, and this card is better to get better than relying on Kaiku to get attacks in. This can rip the Treeborns, right? This can get rid of Vanity's Fiend, which Kaiku can't. This can deal with Machina Fortress, which Kaiku can't, right? So there's a lot of cards that this card deals with that Kaiku doesn't, but this also interrupts the graveyard more consistently than Kaiku sometimes, I feel like. And I'd rather have this paired with Crow than like Kaiku paired with this. Yeah. So specifically for this version of the deck. I'm not saying Kaiku is a bad card or whatever. I'm just saying this version of the deck, it plays so many normal summons that you don't want to waste a normal on Kaiku if you don't have to. You'd rather play other cards that do the same job as Kaiku, but don't conflict with your normal. So that's why I play cards like this and Crow. Because they don't take up your normal summon, but they also hit the graveyard and pair really well with your normal summons. So, yeah, but this card overall, amazing. Basically, I like this over Break because I already main deck 3 stun and I side deck 3 dust. So I don't need the versatility that Breaks have of hitting back row as well. I already have enough back row removal or back row checks in my deck. So I'd rather deal with the monsters the best. And banishing a monster is way better than just popping it. Banishing is way better than just popping it. You banish a Blackwing level 4, they can't bring it back with Blizzard. You banish the fortresses, they all get banished. You banish, I don't know, Stratos, they can't Miracle now. Like, you banish all the Treeborns, like, you banish Duke Frog. Like, this card just deals with so many threats. Vanity's Fiend post side deck, Dyna post side deck, all that. So, amazing card. Amazing card. Pretty much siding into every single matchup. Going second, pretty much. It's like good into everything, honestly. Honestly, this card's good into everything. And I'm glazing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glazing, but this card is good. This card is good. And yeah. That is it for the deck. It was beautiful, man. I love this deck, man. I love Quickdraw. I'm a Quickdraw enthusiast. I've been playing this, not this version for a while, but I've been playing Quickdraw in general for a while. I've been playing a whole lot of versions. 40 card Machina, 60 card Machina version, regular Quickdraw hero, standard Quickdraw list, like so many lists I've went through. The freaking volcanic version, like, and all those cards have the same problems, man. They just lack, all those cards have weaknesses that other engines can solve, and like I feel like this version of the deck pretty much like checks all the weaknesses that each engine has, and they complement each other really, really well. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. And it's your boy APJ signing out. Doses.